Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector. Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in. Have a look around, sir.
So this is where Slug houses all its completely legally obtained inventory.
Appears so. Let's see. Okay, King Cannon. King Cannon is kind of weird. Confessing to one murder in order to provide an alibi for another murder is like... It's not Machiavellian, but it's just arrogant. Jesus Christ.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing. God, neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a suspect?
Why don't we focus on the cargo thefts?
Right, of course. Just tell me how I can help.
What's a gold ceiling?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black? Ugh. Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice Saber, full stop?
Sounds like a perp's not fencing the stolen goods.
Yeah, probably not. No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice Sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder.
Being a retired Viper Baker. It's both. Both.
I wish they hadn't stolen the blue pens. We can never keep enough of those in stock.
Why do I want to bug Cedric's office?
Maybe they're keen on cashing out and want to go as painfully as possible. I don't know, Boss Kincannon's office is where he holds most of his meetings with important folks like Miss Helen. Just about all negotiations happen in his office too. Vendor pricing, major purchase orders, rentals for construction projects, you name it.
Who has access to the cargo here?
Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure, it's probably getting lost in the shipping yard. As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. He told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo.
Could Benton have anything to do with it? I'll look on the shipping yard then.
That's Benton's area, but don't bother asking him for help. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead.
Is he dead?
Brain dead, maybe. But no. My point is that if you think the automechs are a lead, you'll have to check on them yourself. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined. Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to access my terminal, so I had a spare keycard made. It's all yours.
You're refreshingly well prepared.
I wish you were being sarcastic.
Guess we have nothing else to do except look. Someone like a...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh, okay, I'll give you this game. This is pretty interesting.
Inspector, this loading automechanical's programming does not match factory default settings. The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include an additional trigger.
Identify new
There is a
trigger.
directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical be removed. Slug automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequently reported as out of position or missing for periods of time. For Type K-19 cargo transport automechanicals, defensive protocol is triggered by attempted interference with cargo, or its transportation, or attempted destruction of the unit. Once triggered, defensive protocol targets the perpetrator and applies lethal force until the target has been deceased for a minimum of 3 minutes.
Loading automechanical. mechanical unit K-14 is fully operational at 99% power. Please designate the cargo to be transported and its destination. How can this auto-mechanical assist you? Access panel.
Time to get your data
is
panel.
open. Please be sure to close the access panel when you are done.
Most recently at Daylog.
17C. Alert. Failsafe protocol triggered.
Oh my god.
Initiated. Preparing to end user. Understood.
Okay, I have questions, so we'll save the slaughter for later.
User queries. Kill mode pause. User termination to follow.
What's the Daylog just ejected?
Data log contains instructions to move cargo shipment 6, 8, 7, 5 outside the boundaries of the shipping yard. It also contains instructions to move randomized cargo shipments outside the boundaries of the shipping yard at intervals of 1 to 4 days.
What was the shipment? 1675? 68 to 75.
This unit does not have access to cargo inventory lists. Kill mode re-engaged. Have a nice day.
Here they come. That's the last of them.
Damn you, baby. Damn you, bitch. Damn you, bitch. Damn that dude. So I have to talk to him again. Great. Alright, King Ken. Let's have a discussion.
Inspector, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I've solved your cargo skimming issue.
Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened?
Serious security problem.
What makes you say that?
The culprit is using auto mechanicals to skim cargo.
Hacking the Automex. So that was our skimmer's game. But why? Everything that was stolen has seemed random. I certainly see no pattern.
It was random, except for a single shipment.
So, our culprit had something specific they wished to acquire, and used the random theft as a smokescreen. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be, or indeed, that Slug would soon possess it.
Check your pocket.
Okay, that's very impressive. Don't ever touch me again. Am I right to think what you
Oh, that's
found
cool.
in my office earlier was the other half of this listening device?
They hear everything you said in here.
She, Inspector. She could hear everything.
Wait, you know what the bug is?
The bug belongs to me, Inspector. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research.
I get it. She died before she could deactivate the mech she hacked.
That, or she never intended it to stop. Impossible to know now. Unbelievable. I helped her. Gave her whatever she needed.
Okay.
I thought we were doing each other a good turn.
No good deed unpunished, eh, Cedric?
This is a betrayal, Inspector. I do not take betrayal lightly. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead. And that some other bastard beat me to putting her in the ground.
Dangerous stuff for a man under investigation for Helen's murder.
Halcyon Helen is already dead. If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Alas, I did not.
I suppose not.
Again, I appreciate your assistance with this matter, and with the larger mystery at hand. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. You'll find Helen's murderer. I'm confident of that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve shooting quite a lot of guns.
Okay, so all is going to end at going back to Ludovico, so we'll take care of that later. Let's do this productivity queen right now. Oh boy. Alright. So, it didn't occur to me that that guy would have faction reputation. I don't know if I'm going to bother rising it up to the occasion, because I could just kill... Because if I don't, his dudes just respawn, so I'll have to deal with them forever.
Hey, I think I know this place. Didn't they try to film an episode of Masked Marketeer up here?
I told you, didn't I? The view's fit to see.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's going to take a while to go there. Over the bridge over there. Jesus Christ, that bridge. That bridge.
Nature will out, regardless of man's feeble attempts at control.
Boy, will it.
You're a deft hand with a mag pick.
Like, Jesus Christ. Boy, I don't feel... So I felt it was a little silly. Damn. That's just... I don't know what to say about that. So, interesting format for the DLC. Like, basically each major area is some place we have to go to. First, right control platinum. Oh.
skills are unrivaled.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I only have flying enemies to worry about. That's unsettling. That's very unsettling. I wanted to ask for a faster way to do this, but man, we're just going to have to take the long trek. Jesus Christ. Like, whew, this is a lot of land space for this DLC. It's actually way bigger than Murder on Erendos when you think about it.
Nice and quick.
Okay, so I went the wrong way. Classic. Well, that's what I get for playing mostly blind. I only really looked up how to find the Spectrum Gatling stuff, because it's like, I want the Spectrum Gatling. Size comparison, you whore. You fucking people. Stop saying horn. Oh, God.
Wow. You actually got an endless fountain of purpleberry.
I would never drink from that. It's honestly sounds pretty disgusting when you think about it. Let's see here. Beverage Park.
This place looks like one of my more colorful hangovers.
Like this. Like, I guess, man, that was a whole lot of exploration for no reason, basically.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchard.
What the? I was going to wash my hands, I swear. You know, I never imagined Spencer Woolridge would outlive Halcyon Heron.
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Let's hear it.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolridge complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, you know, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
Someone's always trying to poison Helen.
Almost certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion.
No. I'll speak with Spencer then.
Conversations with Mr. Woolrich tend to spontaneously transform into monologues. You'll find him on the VIP guest floor. I'd best return to work, Inspector. Autopsies always whet my appetite, and all this talk of food is distracting me.
The brochure never mentioned anything about Waspito.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk war. How may I be?
I need access to the VIP guest floor.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
The only guest who have a problem with me being up there would be the murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Goodbye.
What floor would you like to visit? If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
$75 of a 9-day water fast, and it got to say 75. Oh, we don't even need the shroud. Interesting. Hey, Spencer, we need to talk.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain.
Looks like.
Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
I can read something better than philosophism. Why don't we go someplace private?
Oh, now that can't be in the script, is it? Yeah.
I don't particularly care what my character's into. I'm just going to pick options as I see them.
Wait a moment. You're not wearing a bellhop's ID, which must mean you're not Owen's understudy. That man can't even be relied upon to find his own replacement. No, this is curious indeed. Who are you? And how did you get in here?
Captain, I'm here to investigate the murder of House and Helen. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time. That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
Oh. I'm not here for an autograph. Yeah, it's just the questions.
You're not a fan? Well, then how did you get in here? The only staffer cleared for guest room entry is... the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me, back when I starred in the Marauder's Bane. The absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
Alright, I hear you're poisoned.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation.
Corner Helen was also poisoned.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Helen wasn't killed by the poison.
Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor.
Why didn't you go to the clinic?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it. Very well, then.
You're an artist, Captain. Impressive as always.
What floor? To the...
So...
Yes? Are you here for the double
You look
act
like
of
Jay
smoke
from
crack?
Jay and Silent Bob.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint
Or at
you,
least
but
like a stoner. I can understand you poisoning
don't
someone.
Give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually, what am I saying? I can't do that. I'm booked for the next month. You'll have to make a reservation.
I'm here to investigate Halcyon and Helen's murder. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're the inspector? Here? Why? I mean, you may ask me whatever you want. I have nothing to hide.
Did you prepare off Helen's meals?
Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest.
Her last one was poisoned.
Oh. Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous, but I didn't heed her warnings. Okay, I wasn't the one who did it, but I might have been mistaken when I said I was constantly watching Helen's food. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Alibi's a little thin here. Why should I believe anything that you're saying?
I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything. Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you visit her, you can figure out what truly happened with Helen's meal.
What is Spencer doing in the kitchen?
Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Tell him I said as much. If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most likely be found in his suite.
The envy.
Floor. He's usually there if he's not poking around here.
Why were you so evasive about leaving Helen's food unattended if you had security?
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course.
Footage proving your alleged innocence. If you tell the truth, I might be more inclined to believe the rest of what you say.
Well, I suppose that's as good a point as any I've heard. I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreational drinking, and consequently, I may have been somewhat less than coherent after preparing Helen's meal.
Where's Owens?
But not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather particular. Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait. Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
Eat one meal a day. Oh boy. Jeez. So, the chef's a nice dude at the very least. Drinking on the job is definitely unprofessional behavior and would effectively and would understandably get someone fired if that was ever discovered. So I can see why he wouldn't really be interested in like airing that particular piece of his dirty laundry. But actually, what are my skills like in the first place? 112 persuade, cool. Yeah. Kept trying King Cannon. He's looking for any opportunities to school in our complex. What? And killing King Cannon, I think, can change that. No problem. But rent the recovery. Right, new archive recovery service. Ooh, hack 150 engineering. To the penthouse to get Pavarti and Max. Heck. Damn. That's gross. Anyway. This is the messed up part. I already forgot where we're supposed to be. Oh my god. So weird. Alright, just enough. Hack 150, engineering 70, write new archive recovery 17. Success. Sorry, archive backup. Irreparable corporate corruption detected. 1 entry covered. Access redacted text. Use access unit behavior rights. Unit behavior rights successful. Unit behavior process. Okay. Memory wipe. Timer. Okay. So this proves that people were using the auto mechanicals to steal from the guy. Oh, well, someone got the Owens. Of course. Fucking... Of course it did.
hit!
That was also silly and really. Fucking you stupid shrinking thing. God damn it.
Don't mess with us!
What floor? To the left.